Oh, okay, all right. It's okay now.
Yeah, I think it's recording now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can start now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I know we spent 8 minutes of our time. I know, sorry, Sister Fumi, I know this meeting is for 2 hours. I'm still right for that because I'm not sure people need to jump into another call, maybe next 1 hour, so that I don't interfere with anybody's timing.
The meeting is timed for 2 hours, so
Okay.
everyone knows that we have a 2 hour meeting. So
Okay.
if others decide they need to drop off for another meeting, it
Okay.
shouldn't affect us because we already knew that we were going
Okay.
to spend 2 hours tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being on the platform. I hope we all have a very wonderful time, or well, time between last week and this week. And also, I hope we all do some how can I put it? I mean, just go into the system and do some testing. Personally, I know we have testers who are gonna do the testing anyway. So, but for your own personal improvements, I want to believe that maybe some of us, some of you guys have actually done some few tests. I can see a lot of emails, so well, a lot of messages on Telegram, so which is good. And I know some of you mentioned to me that you couldn't create divisions or division anyway. So I'm not sure if I should demo division again, or some of you just want to show me what they've done. So I know, Sister Fumi, you said you couldn't, and you said some people couldn't as well. So
Yes, quite a
yeah,
number of people couldn't, but
okay,
I think I realized that I couldn't really because I must have created it last week. So
okay,
I went back in. I'll quickly share my screen and show you because I just
okay,
found it just a few minutes ago.
okay.
Um, so I think mine's. I don't know if you can see my screen. So I
Yes,
think
I can
I
see.
had actually. I must have created mine last week, but I tried
Okay,
today, and I
okay,
was getting that error message which I sent to
yeah,
you.
okay.
So I don't know if when you in terms of like the legal address, would this be my legal address?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
bit confused.
Location, yeah, your
Okay,
location.
so I've got my
Mhm.
so this is my location. This
Yes.
is my location. This location and address is legal
Yeah,
addresses.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's not your legal address. It's just your enterprise or location address. You can see it says location. So it's not your legal address. Your legal address might be a little bit different from your location.
Oh,
So just like I mentioned, location could be like if you have a headquarters, the location for headquarters will be different from legal entity. If everything is in one place, that's fine. If the legal entity, remember a legal entity is more like a branch. Let me use the word branch. So because it's within UK.
so how would I get to my legal entity from here?
No, we haven't done legal entity. We
Oh,
remember
okay,
we have the problem last week.
okay,
So I'm going to show you guys the legal entity today.
okay. I'll
We
stop.
couldn't create it last week. We tried to save, it wouldn't work. Remember. So you haven't done legal entity. You've only done location,
Okay,
which is
Jibril has
fine.
his hands up.
Sorry.
Jibril
Yeah,
has
yeah.
his hands up.
Since he was just asking about the feedback,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have done managed division.
Okay.
I have also done a legal address. I've
Okay.
done legal entity, legislative data group,
Oh,
as well
fantastic.
as legal entity
Uh,
HCM information.
oh, that's good. So you've gone way ahead of us. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, but I still struggle to the enterprise. I don't
Okay.
know, maybe because of what I'm picking, so it's not letting me. But then,
Oh,
yeah,
to
I'm still
create
on
an
it.
enterprise.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe
Okay.
because of
Well,
what I pick. Yeah,
oh, okay. Maybe because, but definitely it should allow you to do it.
yeah.
Um, I don't know who should. Prep major, do you want me to demo how to do, or you're okay with division now? Prep major, sister.
Um, oh, yeah. I think my division. I think it was enterprise that I was also having the issue with, but you can demo, so we
Okay.
just record it and everyone will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
What I would do, since you, one of you is division, the other one is enterprise, we can just do a kind of dummy one now. So let me just quickly share my screen. So I will just show you now. So okay, let me share. I'll open my this is still there. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of you is the enterprise. So let's go to enterprise first. So can I put this? Remember, I just went there again. So you're gonna be on your projects. So you've already created a project, so which is fine. So let me just now this one I can't even remember which one is the right one. Now I need to delete one actually. So I think that our main one is this project. So let me click on this. So for you to create a enterprise. So manage percentage enterprise. Percentage enterprise. Okay, I say you should pick out the one with workforce deployment. So click here and manage HCM and information. Just click here. Go to tax. It always takes you here. Remember, in your place of work, you will not see Tata, you will not see Toto, you won't see anything. It's going to be completely plain. And remember, like I told you earlier, you create an enterprise once. You don't create it twice or just keep on creating too many. You only create it once. So, which is fine. So you remember, because it's just a demo, you always see many things here all the time. So just ignore it. So just go here and do correct. Okay, you can see it gives you this date. If you want, you can change the date. If you want, you can just leave it or just pick up today's date. Let me pick up today's date. Oh, 1991, my God. That's a very long time. Okay, let me just pick up, let's say first, what's today's date actually? 5/3/24. So here, remember I just click on edit. Oh, the organization classification exists. Yeah, I'm changing it anyway. So let me just do XYX enterprise, something like that. I'm not gonna save this anyway because I don't really need it. So I just pick up on active. I pick up today's date. If I want, I can pick up 1st of January 2024, but just pick up today's date. So here, you would have created your location. So don't worry, I'm not going to save this. So I'm just going to click on search. If you have created your location, so then here, just put blue. For example, we created Blue Sky Citadel. So then make it blue here and say OK. So you can see the address comes in. And like I said, if you want this information, you can just leave it there. 9 to 5, that's fine. Like I said, when you create your legal entity, you can override most of this information. So if I want it, I can say that's fine. 40 hours, that's good. Even this annualization, just leave it for whatever is there, just leave it there. So, and I said here, just pick up global. So I think they pick up the right one. Let me just have a look. No, yeah, this one, yeah. So that's fine. So this one, 2-tier, leave it that one. So just keep say no. Flex field, this one always say, because this guy created his own flex field. So you want the standard one, which is Oracle one. So I'll just pray that I can see it. It's called people group. So here I can just click on search. Yeah. So this is standard people group flex field. This is from Oracle. A lot of people would have created their own, so don't worry about this. So salary level, just leave it there. Now, global person name, US, that's fine. So because we UK and US, they share the same thing, the same language. Anyway, they all speak English. So let's say person number generation, manual, just put it to manual if you want it. If you want it, you can put auto anyway. Let me say if I want auto, just pick up auto. Automatic prior to submission or for final save. Once I click on save, then the person will get a number. So that's what that means. If you want, you can put manual. And for this one, just leave it that way. It doesn't matter. So this one, just leave this one as well. If you want, you can make this blank, but that's fine. Any information here, you don't need any one of them for now. So then click on save. So submit. So you can see it's actually submitted. So that's all. You won't encounter any problem at all. Like I said, enterprise is just a top level. You don't need to do too much on enterprise. Just whatever is there. And now, like I said, even though when you get to your place of work, everything will be blank. I'm just using all this information for my own. When you get to your place of work, you won't see 9 to 5. You will need to do all this yourself anyway. So these are some of the few information which you need to ask the company, especially when you're talking to the SME. I say, globally, what time do you want? Is it 9 to 5 or whatever? Even though this will be changed on legal entity level, which I will show you later anyway. So once you're happy, just click on done, and that's all. So this one, I don't really need this anyway, so I will try to get rid of it. So, and that's all that's what you need to do. So let me see if I can get rid of that enterprise. Then this is just a project anyway. Yeah. So no, I don't think that enterprise will allow me to change because you can only do it once anyway. So yeah. So that's it. That's all you just need to do for enterprise. Now, Sister Fumi, you mentioned that you couldn't do division. So let me go here. Manage division. You can either go to your project and do manage division, or I can come here and just do manage division. It's the same thing. So, but just make sure you are in workforce deployment. So then I click here. So manage divisions. Then you click on create. It says 1950, just and I'm going to do 1st of January 51. So what's the name? XYX DV. Just put it that way. Active. Then I can put my address if I want to. Maybe Blue Sky City address. Action reason, you don't need that. Then click on next. You don't need all this information. So because it's a division. Now, if they have a general manager that will be working for that division, they can put the man's name here just for reporting purpose anyway, but just leave it blank. So just click on next again, and that's all. Save. Oh, submit, sorry. Then that's all. Is that okay, Sister Fumi? Okay. It's not.
Yeah,
Is it okay?
I guess it's okay.
Okay.
Mine wasn't division, it was enterprise.
Oh, I thought you said division this morning.
No.
Okay. I thought okay, that's fine. Enterprise or division, at least that's it anyway. So that's fine. Okay, let's quickly move on. So if you check our notes, which we have, we couldn't create a legal address last week. We couldn't create a legal entity last week because the system is a general one. So somebody went in and they did whatever they want to do. So we can just create legal entity from here. So I can either create it from my project or I can come here and do it. So I can just do legal. If we do legal, a lot of things legal will be coming up. So just come here. You can see legal address, legal entity ACN. These are the 3 that we need anyway. So I'll just go to legal address. And it comes here. So just click on legal address here. So then I click on plus because this is for search, but this is for this one. Again, then just click on London because it's country or United Kingdom. Okay, United Kingdom. Okay, yeah, we can. Should we do the same thing that we have? Let me see. Okay, let me just use this. This Citadel. Let me just say 11. All road, Grayford, that's fine. Then zone. This zone is not really mandatory. So I'll just click on London, West London. Yeah, London. Oh, good. You can see even Lagos is there. So remember last week you saw two fields there. So that's been disabled because that's what was stopping us last week. So let me just click on OK. You can see it's here as well. So just blue sky. So that means the legal address has been automatically created. Once I create it, then I can just click on save and close. So that means legal entity is done. It's as simple as that. Now, for us to do the legal address has been done. The next one is just the legal entity. Legal entity, like I told you, legal entity is mandatory because especially when you're doing your configuration globally, legal entity is very important because it's based on the legislation for that particular country. Now, because for Blue Sky Citadel, we only operate in UK, so we still need to create a legal entity for UK. So even though it's only for one country. So yeah, so if you want to create your legal entity, again, you just click on manage percentage legal. So just type that and you click on search and it gives you this one as well. You can see we've done legal address, so we just need the entity and also the HCM information. So I'll just go to legal entity. Now for you to create a legal entity, don't bother to click on this one. Always click on the scope. It doesn't matter what is there, just click on the scope. So you click on scope. And so, I mean, scope is somebody has done something. I don't even know what cotton seed services means. So once you get here, you come here and you go to create new. So create new is down here. Create new. And you click on apply and go. So when you're in a greenfield project, you will not see all these scraps. You won't see them. It will be completely blank. So you want to create your own legal entity, you just come here. Now, if the company has got like 20 legal entity, you will see everything down here. So remember last week when I was clicking the plus, it wouldn't allow me to go in. So what I had to do is I had to create this context. Somebody created this context and they didn't put any value. I had to quickly create it last week. So if you got time, I'll quickly show you how to do it. So if you notice, I created GB, which is UK, and also US. So because that was what was stopping us last week. So actually, let me do it this way. I want to show you guys how to do it. It's not really mandatory and it's not even in the guide, but it's good for you guys to. So when I was clicking here, it wouldn't allow me to proceed. So what I had to do is click on somebody else's one. I'll just go here. Now in your place of work, you will see that error. In your greenfield project, you will see that error. So this is just an error because somebody was doing a lot of things. So click on an existing one. So somebody has done this and sorry, somebody has done this. So I need to go into, I'll just click on here, JC, and click on highlight. Okay. So when you click on highlight, then this is what I need. It's called anything context. When it says context, it's always called descriptive flex field. So always click on this. So remember, I went to JC and I said, let me click. I said highlight flex field. I just click on this highlight flex field and that says unhighlight because I've already highlighted it. So click on this one, this second one. So it takes you to this page. When it takes you to this page, what you need to do, make sure you're here and click on edit. Can you see edit? Now, this is not really necessary for you, but I'm just showing you what I had to do. So I went there. So you can see before it's got hidden. So because it's hidden, that means there wasn't any information there at all. So we had to say list of values. I had to change it to list of values. So when I change it to list of values, you can see that's just GB here. So I created US and I created GB. Initially, there wasn't anything here at all, nothing. No US and no US or UK. So I had to click on plus to say, yeah, I want to create a new one. So I went here. Here, let me do Australia. Let me just do AU. So it's like I'm creating a new one now, AU. So you don't need anything mandatory, is just what I need. Here, I just say character because it's a character. Sorry, what am I doing? This is AU. Yeah, so character, you can see immediately it gives me attribute 8. You don't need to populate that. Now, value sets. Value sets, I think what I just did was, because we don't have a value set, I just type in blue and I was able to pick up something. There's something blue here, blue stone. I just pick up one, it doesn't matter because it needs a value set because it's mandatory. And once you do that, you can see there's nothing mandatory here. Once you're happy with it, so what you need to do is just to click on save and close. Save and close. Again, you don't need anything here. You can see it's here actually. You can see AU. Again, you click on save and close. When you click on save and close for the second time, always make sure you deploy. Deploy means you're trying to register it. So just click on deploy. And just click on OK. Now, for this to register, for you to be able to see it, I need to completely log out of the system and come back in. Then you'll be able to see it. But let's, fingers crossed, we might be able to see it now. If we don't, it doesn't matter. So, but that's the way it's actually been done. So, like I said, I've actually added AU now. So let's go back to what we're to set up and maintenance. So again, let's go to manage percentage legal. So legal entity. Again, I'm doing legal entity. I just click on anything that is on the scope. Just click on anything that is on the scope. So again, create new. Then apply and go to tax. Everything I'm doing is actually in the guide. The only thing that is not in the guide is what I just did, which is the descriptive flex field. That's the only thing that is not in the guide, but I just decided to show you guys anyway. So I want to create a new legal entity. I go on plus. So you can see, let me see if, yeah, yes, Australia is not there. For it to come up, I need to log out of the system, wait for maybe 2, 3, well, few seconds, then log back in, then it should be there. So some of you might probably try to do that now. It should be there if you try to log out and come back in. But for me, I don't want to log out and come back in because I don't need Australia anyway. So, but that's the way it's done. So actually, let me remove this highlight. You can see that those highlights are coming. It's showing this plus. So let me just remove. So for you to remove, just go there. So you can see it disappears. So we want to create a new legal entity only for UK. So let me look for United Kingdom somewhere here. So United Kingdom. Because that's the only country we're working on. So then what's our legal entity name? I want to believe, even though I can't see the requirements, it's going to be Blue Sky Citadel. Legal entity. I'm just going to say LE. That's fine. It says, what's the identity number? Normally, this identity will need to be provided by the project sponsor or project manager. So, but for our own sake, we can just put anything we want. But officially, this needs to be an official number. So, but for our own sake, we can just put any number we want. So, and start dates. So this start date, we can say 1st of January. If we want, we can say 1951, but we can just put 2024. That's fine. So end, we don't need to put an end date. So it's a legal entity. It's going to be there for a long time. So payroll statutory unit. This will relate to payroll. So because this is legislative, you normally need to have a payroll anyway. So this is mandatory. Just click it. Legal employer. So click on that one as well. So these are mandatory to do. So you can see the context. The moment I pick up the country, United Kingdom, it defaults to GB. So which is fine. Uh-oh. Somebody has done something again. Why is this one here now? Okay. I just hope you allow me to go in. Okay. It said now says legal address. So our legal address. So let me check our legal address. So fingers crossed that our blue scarcity there will come out. So let me just pick up blue. Okay, so blue scarcity coming. So that will be our legal address. Blue scarcity 11 or road preferred, just to put something there anyway. Place of registration. So this is not really mandatory. You don't need to put anything there. You can just leave it blank. If a place of registration is London, just put London there. But it's not mandatory. You don't need to do anything. Again, legal entity registration number. So this and this identity number, they're very important. You cannot form anything. You have to talk to the project sponsor or the project manager to give you this number. So this registration number will be related to your legal entity. So just like I mentioned, if you have a branch in UK, they will always have a registration number. So it could be like some of us have businesses anyway. We have registration number. It could be that one. It could be anything. So, but they will give you a number anyway. But for the sake of our own training, I will just put any number here. So pay scheme. This pay scheme, I don't even know what to put there, so I can just put payee. At least there should be something because it's not giving us any option and it's mandatory. So just put anything payee, so that's fine. So once you're happy with this, just click on save and close. Remember, our legal entity is called Blue Sky Citadel LE. So save and close. But I just pray that this US will not block me. I don't know why this shouldn't be there. So, oh, that's good. So it went through. So we've done our legal entity. Remember, if it's a global company, your legal entity could be very many. For example, if you're operating now, let's say 10, 15 countries, that means you have to create 15 legal entity. So which will be different countries. So you have to create 15. Because our own requirement is only for UK, we only need only one. So that's fine. So yeah, we've created our legal entity. So the next one will now be legislative data group. So we can just create legislative data group, so which is fine. So manage legislative, that should be fine. Where's the legislative? Where's legislative data group here? Oh, or maybe it's down here. Aha, okay. So legislative data group. This one is also pretty straightforward. So this one, you can see. So we haven't created one before, so we can just create one again. So again, blue sky, so Citadel, Citadel, legislative data group, LDG. That's fine. Just make it simple. So, and you click on the country. So we want United Kingdom. Yeah, you can see it automatically say pound sterling, which is fine. Cost allocation. And this cost allocation will only be required if your company is actually implementing a general ledger or maybe any financial models. So that's why you need a cost allocation structure. But for now, just leave it blank. And you can see that it's not mandatory because they knew that not every company implements financials. So some can implement it while some might not. If they do, or if they're going to do, you can just ask them this structure and you can just add it. But for now, nothing is there. So click on submit.
Delphine has her hands raised.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Delphine.
it says this one already exists. Or maybe I've done it already. Oh, okay. Sorry, who's raising their hand?
Delphine.
And I wish to ask, you made mention of in a case where we have many legal entities and we
Yes.
need to open them, are we going to have the same registration number, or each legal entity is going to have its
Oh, yeah, different ones. Yeah, different ones. Because it's linked to that particular country. So every country will always have their own registration number and ID.
Okay,
That one I know. It would definitely differ. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's fine. It looks like I've done this because I couldn't. It's telling me that I've done it already. Let me just see. I didn't know I've done it. Okay, I think we've done this one.
We did that last time. Yeah.
Yeah, we did last week. Okay, I didn't remember. Okay, so legislation data group has been done. So the next one would now be legal entity HCM. So again, let me put legal here. So the next one will now be legal entity HCM information. So I'll just click on legal entity. So you can see again, it takes me, okay, there's something I think I need to do. Sorry, there's something I'm thinking. Sorry, 1 minute. So select, apply. So I'm just thinking maybe I miss a setup. So let me look for search. My search should be here. Then I'll click on blue, sky. Okay, where's my search? Where's the search button? Okay. Yes, search. Okay, is there? Aha, I know there's something I missed. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I missed. So I have to go back, search for my legal entity, and do save and close from here. Save and close. And you will see what will happen now. So I've done save and close, and I'll do save and close again. Yeah. Can you see? It just changed to my own scope. So initially it was cutting services. So, but I forgot to do save and close. So which I've done. And you can see that it automatically come to my, but this is also on the guide anyway. So I just missed that part. I haven't done this for a while now. So yeah, so you can see the scope is now Blue Sky Citadel LE. Now I want to create the legal entity HCM information. Instead of me clicking here, I will now go again to my scope. Everything you have to do with this one, anything that's, if it's mentioned scope, always go to the scope. So I will go to the scope again. This one, I will need to, so select. Okay, so again, I'll just go to Blue Sky. Okay. So I'm searching, then search. Okay, sorry, I think I've done this. I will need to. Aha, this is what I'm looking for. So it opens, and you can see this is the HCM information, legal entity HCM information. So again, I will come here. click on correct. And this is where I said, you can see this information. They're similar to the enterprise. So whatever we can do here, we can automatically override whatever is in the legal entity. Sorry, on the enterprise. So remember the legal enterprise is 9 to 5. If you want, you can put I think it's 0 and 8 to 6, something like this. That because this is only for that legal entity. In America, it could be 9 to something. In Australia, it could be anything. But for UK, it will be 8 to 6, even though the enterprise is saying 9 to 7. So this will just automatically override. So working hours, again, you can say 37.5. So frequency, of course, is every week. This could be 40, it could be anything. At times, it could even be 45 or 48. I've seen 48 before. So annual, I don't even know what this annual will be. I'm just going to put anything. I'm not sure if the calculation is right. So units, let me see what is there. Per annual, so just say per year or per what? I don't know what this needs to be. Let me see if I can see per year. Oh, but there's only these units, weekdays per month per hour, annual working. Oh, months. I think so. Don't worry, whatever it is. So, okay. So salary level, for the salary level assignment again. So generation, worker generation, we pick up this one. So it's almost the same thing with what we have in the enterprise. So on this one as well. So this one will be no. Again, this one will be people group. So let me see if I can just type it and it will come up. I'm not sure. Oh, it doesn't come up. So I need to search for it. So we just need people group on this one, which is already here anyway. So you can see a lot of people have created many things. So just look for people group. So people group is what we need. I will show you where that one is when we create an employee. Minimum working age. Everybody have their own minimum working age. For somebody to be employed in the company, they can say he must be 18 years old. He must be 16 years old. So, and what this automatically means, I will tell you what it means. The moment I put 18 years old here, if you recruit somebody and they are 16 years old, it's going to error out. You will not be able to save. So because there's a kind of validation from here. It will not allow you to employ somebody who is 17 or 17.5 or 15 years old. You won't be able to do it. So that's what this automatically means. All these ones, retirement, we don't need all this information. So that's fine. Employment model. Let me see what this one is. Oh, two-tier. Yeah, two-tier single. Okay. So, and I think that's it. Associated business. We haven't created business unit, so we can leave this one. So let's try to save. So submit. So this is what it's all about. So actually, sorry, we can't submit yet. Let me go to position synchronization. We don't need, we don't need all this information. What we need is just this one. Payroll statutory units. And it's going to be doing this. Standard annual working that doesn't exceed the, and it's going to be doing the standard. Sorry, let me go again. A standard annual working, and is going to be doing all this information. You know what I would do? Let me just put 2,000. I just want to put something there. So let me see if it allows it. Oh, and is going to be giving me all this. Let me try to put 40. Again. If you enter working hours and frequency, you remember working hours and frequency, sorry. This one I need to put weekly. Okay. So let's try if you allow me to proceed. Oh God. Standard, and again is doing, can you see what we'll be? This is the problem with all this. Somebody has done a validation on it. That's why it's doing this. It shouldn't have even done that because we don't really need all this information. You need to enter the standard annual working. duration that doesn't exceed the selected. Okay, I think the other time we put 1920, if I'm right. Yeah, I think it's doing the calculation. So let me see if it's okay now. Oh, again. Weekly. Again. This is the problem with this kind of validation. If I don't put anything, let me see if it works. Oh, it's telling me I've got to put something. That's the problem. Okay, let me just remove this and see if it works. Oh, it wouldn't allow me to proceed. Okay. Did we say 40 hours divided by, sorry, multiplied by 52? Let me just get my mobile phone, or I can't remember where it is. Can somebody do the math for me? 40, is it 40 multiplied by 52?
2080.
2080.
Yes.
Okay.
2080.
80. Okay, let's try this and see if it works. Okay. So you want me to put frequency. It wouldn't, this thing is not, it wouldn't allow me to proceed at all. It's because of this. So it's not because normally if it's annualized, so that should be fine. 2080. That doesn't exceed the selected annual working duration units for the organization. Okay.
Can you change the months to year? Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, let me try this first. If it doesn't work, then okay, 0 there. Okay, start to 3. Okay, again. Or let me just leave it blank. Let me leave it blank and see what happens. Again, can you see? This is a problem with this thing. You know what I would do? Let's make our life much more easier so that we don't waste too much time. Let me go to so don't worry, I'm gonna go back to this Blue Sky Citadel HCM. So let me cancel this. So let's use whatever we've done for the enterprise. So I just pray that I'm able to see that enterprise actually. Okay. So we can just use the same details. Blue Sky. Or let me try this. Let's try this. Let me go to oh yeah. Sorry, this is fine. Again, manage percentage enterprise. Okay, just so that we don't waste too much time on this. Enterprise. There shouldn't be a validation. Somebody has put a validation on it because it should just allow you to put anything you want. So enterprise. Okay. Let me just presume I want to create a new one. Okay, 40, then 2000. So 40, 2000, then 9 to 5. Okay, so let's try. Oh, how was okay?
18. We wrote 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. instead of 17.
Yeah. Okay, let's just try whatever is there. We can use the same thing. So let me just copy this. So we can do the same thing. So let's make our life easy. Okay, then click on down there. I will go to down here. Okay, so manage legal percentage. Okay, so HCM. Oh, Casey, so somebody has done something immediately. So somebody is doing something at the same time. So I have to click on their own as well. Then look for mine. Mine should be here. You can see mine is there. So then go. So if you see somebody else that doesn't matter, click on it, then look for your own. So you can see Mike automatically came up. Okay, again, I'll just click on edit, correct. So again, let's just do the same thing, 0 up to 5 o'clock, or we can do 7, it doesn't matter. So we can do the same thing, so 40 hours, and this one says 2000. Frequency is weekly, and this one says hours. Okay. So again, we need to fill in all this information. Salary level, assignment, worker number generation, global. So this one needs to be no. Here needs to be people group. I will show you when we're creating a new employee. So just here, just type in people. Minimum working age. Most of the time they leave this blank, but let's just presume we don't want anybody less than 18 years old. So any information here we don't need. So now let's try to go into payroll statutory units. It works. Okay. Remember, we created legislative data group. So this is where we will need our legislative data group. So we need to search for our own blue sky citadel. So blue sky. You can see it's there. So just pick it up. Though it's not mandatory, but legislative, I mean, anytime you create a legal entity, you also need to create a legislative data group, because that kind of separates, especially if you're operating in many countries. Legislative data group will separate the data from, UK data from American data. It will also, that's why I said data group is regarding data, every data, especially confidential data, a lot of data, where they work and all this information. People in US cannot see UK, UK cannot see US. This is why this is very important. Now, because we are only in UK, we don't really need this, but I just created it anyway. So just for the sake of it, so that's why I just created this. Now, it says fiscal year. Our fiscal year will always be, remember I mentioned 6th of, is it 6th of April? Yeah,
March.
6th of April.
Okay.
Is it March? I think it's April. It's April. Yeah. So 6th of April, you can just put 2024, it doesn't matter. Then submit. So we're done. All this information, we don't need them. The only thing you need is just a legal employer, which is already done. You've already filled in this information, and also the payroll statutory unit, and that's it. And just click on submit. And click here. So you can see, done. So we're almost done. What's the time? Okay, we have more 1 hour. That's fine. I'm very happy that we have 2 hours today. So I will try not to use the whole 2 hours anyway. The next one we need to do, now that we've done the legal entity, the legal address, also the legal entity HCM information. Now, everything I'm creating, I will show you where you will get it, especially when you are creating a new employee, because all this information are just from the back end. These are all the back end information. And like I mentioned before, when we started this course, when you are in a global company, everything we've been doing will take a lot of time. You can, we've been doing it very easy. It's very easy. But when you start going into companies that operate in 26 countries, 30 countries, it's going to take you months and months and months to finish everything. So just to let you know, but whatever we're doing is just a kind of high level, just for you to be able to understand because whatever we're doing is the same thing with what you encounter when you need to do many countries, when you operate in many countries. So there's the same thing. It doesn't make, but this is where you need more information. For example, the fiscal year for US, I don't know now, but you need all this kind of information, and you have to put their own fiscal year here. If it's Australia, you need to put their own fiscal year. So these are the kind of information that you need, even for you to even gather information. for 26 countries. It's going to take you a lot of time. I mean, we have BA in our midst. It takes a lot of time to even document so many things. Okay, so we are done with this. So just
Excuse
click
me,
on
Pastor.
done.
Today, Tola has his hands raised.
Okay. What's the question,
Yeah,
sir?
thank you. So I was going to ask you, who populates this board? Like, if this was to be a company, like who populates? Is it the BA's job or the developer's job to fill in, to create the enterprise and everything?
No, it's going to be the implementation team. It's not the BA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the implementation
Okay.
team.
So the BA writes gathers the requirement and passes it on to the
Yes,
implementation
yes,
team. That's very well, yeah. So
yes, yeah.
another question is that you're always saying somebody must have messed up with something. So of course I wasn't here. I wasn't I actually joined the group after you've done the introduction. So I was going to ask
Okay.
you, like, what do you mean by somebody has messed up with something? Like, what does
No,
that
no,
mean?
no.
Is it that the
This is
submission that we are on?
No, this is a demo system. So this demo system, a lot of people in America, it's a global system. So anybody can go in and do whatever they want. That's what I mean by somebody has messed something up. So it's just a global system. Anybody can go in and everybody test it. Just you are testing. I'm doing a test as well. Everybody, I mean, I'm doing Blue Sky Citadel. You can do X, Y, Z. Somebody can do Taju project. Anybody does whatever they want. And some people make mistakes. When they make mistakes, they just leave it there for somebody else to clean it for them. You get what I'm trying to say?
This platform now is free for anybody. I can just use the URL to go in and just do anything I like. Because you were saying that you wanted to contact your contact in India or something. So that got me like,
no.
I don't know if you remember.
I need to. I mean, we got a system from a friend of mine. For me to be able to start making changes, I say, oh, somebody make a mistake, let me delete it. I need to ask them first. I just don't want to go in and delete it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that's what I mean.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. But like I mentioned earlier, when you are in a green field and they give you this, they won't give you this kind of test environment. They will give your company a clean environment. So a lot of information you're seeing, you won't see anybody, you won't see a project, you won't see any enterprise, you won't see legal, you won't see anything. It will just be you and you only. That's the information you will see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
That's fine. Okay, so we're done on that. The next one we need to work on is I put here, it just says number 80, which is actions and action reasons. We don't need to do all those ones now. Lookups, DFF. I will teach you guys later how to do that. I think we touched base a little bit on DFF. Anyway, the one I just showed you, that's a DFF. What I just showed you, this one. You know, I went if I go here. So again, I click on, so I'm in legal entity. If I come here, JC, and I say highlight flex field, and I click on, you can see descriptive flex field. So this is what it means. So just click on that arrow, and this is DFF. That's what it means. So, and if I click on this edit is this pencil, you can see a lot of junks. You can see all this information. If I want to create a new one, I can just click on plus. So somebody has done their own up to 80. I can just create 90. So, and it will be there. So this is DFF anyway, but I don't want us to go too much into DFF because DFF could be a little bit complicated. So don't let me go too much into it. If we've got time, we can go more, but this is what is called DFF. Normally they call it managed flex field. So we don't need to do that now. So what we have now would just be manage business units and also manage business units sets assignments. Business unit is what comprise the grade, the job, position, I think department, and what is the other one? I can't remember now. Department. I think, did I mention department before? I think department, job, location, what's the other? Grade, they're making 4. and at times you can add position into it. But this this four a work structure, we need to be under a business unit, and I will show you now. Because without a business unit, this four would not operate. So that's why it's very, very important. And this business unit if you operate in many countries, you need to set up different business units. So you cannot add your the departments, location, job, and grade. You need to add those ones under your business unit. So that's the way. So that's the reason why when you create an employee and you add a business unit, automatically job will come up, location will come up, everything will just come up. So that's the way it works. So that's why it's more like a house. It houses all those work structures. So I will just quickly go into it now. So where am I? Where am I? Okay, yeah. Go to setup and maintenance. So we can just quickly create a business unit, so it wouldn't take time. Then we can round up. So we're still in work structure. Remember everything I've been doing. If I want, I can go to my projects and do it. But it's very easy. Just come here. It's the same thing anyway. So I'll just go to manage, percentage, business. So I need to create my business unit now. So remember, we have only one business unit, which is fine because it's only operating in UK. Oh. What did I do? So manage, percentage, business. Am I doing this? Aha, okay. So manage business unit. We're still going to do this one, business unit set assignment. So I'll just click on business unit. You can see this one hasn't got a scope. That's fine. But the other one has got a scope. So we only need this one for now. So manage business unit. And because we're creating a new one, so we don't need all this. These are just done by various people. Just create a new one. This is very, very simple. I love this one. So just say blue sky. Oh. Blue sky Citadel BU. That's fine because you only operate. Let me just, because in case you want to add a US into it in the future, just say US BU. So UK BU. Manager, you don't need all this information. Also, location, we can use our location if we want to. We don't really need it, but if we want a location, we can just add location to it. So again, I'll just click on blue. So this should give me 2. Okay, it's giving me 1. That's fine. So yeah, because we only created one location anyway. Legal entities, the address is different, location is different. So this is our enterprise location. So I'm just gonna pick that one up. So it's there. So default cells. Remember, I mentioned something about common sets, that because you guys, your requirement is only in UK. You don't have a branch or a legal entity in US or Australia. So there's no point in creating a reference data set. Reference data set is the one that would divide your data from many countries. And also of course, I mentioned legislative data group as well before. But reference data set is one we actually demarcate one country from the other. So, but common set means everything is common. You only operate in UK. So I'm just going to go here and look for common. Now you see a lot of, you can see Tata, you can see a lot of people have created a lot of rubbish, but don't worry about it. What we need is just common. So we just type in common. If you created a reference data set, you will see it. So we just need a common and just click on search. So you can see a lot of people have even created common a lot. So, but the main important one would be this one, common set seeded. Anytime something says seeded, that means it's from Oracle. That's what it means. Because that's the only common I can see. And I reckon somebody intentionally put C there because you can see they're always looking the same. All these things are not from Oracle. Somebody actually created them. So, but the main one, which I believe is seeded, is this one. So just click on seeded and just click on OK. And that's all. So that's your business unit done. So, and just click on save and close. Yeah, so your business unit is done. The next one that needs, this is where you now need to add your job, location, departments, and I think grade. This is where you need to add it. So here I will now need to go into business unit here. And I will need to look for my Blue Sky Citadel business unit, which I created. Let me see if it's gonna give it to me. If it's not there, so what I need to do, okay, it's not there. So what I need to do is to do select and add, apply. So it takes me to this page. So what I need to do is just look for blue. Yeah, you can see Blue Sky Citadel UK automatically comes up, and I'll click on search. And here, once you get here, just click on save and close. Okay, so it automatically takes me here. Now, if you notice, so when it comes here, don't worry about all this information. You don't need them. The main important thing you need is when you come here is this. Number one is department. You can see departments. Now, if I create a reference, if I click, I just need to click anywhere here. You can see. If I create a Blue Sky Citadel reference data set, then I will now, and if I create a, Blue Sky Citadel reference data set department, then I'll need to pick it up here. So because when you are operating in different countries and you need to differentiate, you can create department reference data set, location reference data set, job reference data set, and also grade reference data set. Well, you guys are only operating in one. We don't need to create reference data set at all. Common is fine. You can see it automatically default to common and common set seeded. So I don't need to change anything here. So department is common, that's fine. Then the next one will be location. So you can see location is common. We don't need to change anything. The next one will be grade. I think I've missed grade. Yeah, grade. You can see grade is common. We don't need to change it. And I think the last one will now be job. So if I go to job, where's my J? Oh, J. Yeah, you can see jobs. Those are the only four you need. So like I said, if you create a reference data set, then you need to change it here. So I'll just come here. Let's presume I created a reference data set. I can just come here and click on search and just put blue or whatever. Then it will come up. Then click on OK, and it will automatically changes to Blue Sky Citadel reference data set. But because we're using common, all that data will be common. This is only operating in UK, so just leave it common. So once you're happy with this, so what you need to do, just click on save and close. We're not changing anything anyway. And that's all. So let me go back here. Sorry, manage business. And business one. You can see the moment as this save and close, the scope changed to, I don't know what was there before, somebody else legal entity, and now to, sorry, somebody else business unit to my business unit. So that's all, that's it for the day. So does anybody have any question? I know I just want us to finish early today. So next week, before you have any question, let me just see what we have to do next week. I mean, to be honest, next week we can do department. We can create departments. If possible, we can do grade and grade steps. We need to create job family and also job. Once we do this department, grade, and job, I think technically we're done for the core HR. We're done for the core HR. So I just want to make sure I will talk to Lady Pat later to be able to know when we even need to finish so that the testing team can start testing, because I don't want to take anybody's time. So, but next week we need to work on the department, grade, and job. Once we do that, and also sorry, and position as well. So the position is important, and also to create position. Next week we can just quickly do that. Within 1 hour we can do it. Even less than 1 hour we can do it. And once we're able to do that, then we can quickly start working or start creating absences. Absences are very, very easy. Well, I mean, it's easy, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we can start that one as well next week. And hopefully we'll be able to finish next 2 weeks. So next week and next 2 weeks, we should be able to finish as much as possible. We should be able to, so that the testing team can start testing, because my understanding is we need to finish by the end of this month. So I don't want to take anybody's time. Okay. Does anybody have any question? Oh, no question. That's good. Does everybody understand what we've done so far? Okay, I believe you all understand. Who actually mentioned earlier that they've actually done all the setup? Is it Mr. Tola? Is it Mr. Tola that says he's done everything?
No. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay. I thought somebody said earlier they've done the legal entity, the legal address, they've done everything, so which is good. Yeah, but that's very impressive anyway. I mean, to be honest, everything we've done is actually in that guide. So this is not like, oh, I can't remember what he said. Let me go back to the video. Honestly, I'm not a video kind of person. I don't like to listen to people when they finish. I just like to look at guides. If I see a guide, I'm fine. So everything we've done so far is actually in the guide. They're all there. So and it should kind of guide you based on, but if you want, because this is a requirement for one country, if you want on your own project or enterprise, you can try to operate in 3-4 countries. Every setup you do for UK, do the same thing for US, do the same thing for even, if possible, do Nigeria. If possible, just try to do that, because that's the best way to learn. You understand? So, okay. Does anybody have any question before we round up?
Should we stop the recording now?
Oh yeah, you can stop the recording. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.